Your mic.
You don't have to wait, you know my name. Sunshine and rain, some things don't change. Thinking about the days we were younger. Innocent in our ways, we were dumb, girl. But nothing really mattered, I could always count on you. Touch will leave me breathless, so let me give it back to you. I could always count on you. I could always count on you. Don't have to wait, you know my name. Sunshine and rain, some things don't change. Thinking about the days we were younger. Innocent in our ways, we were dumb, girl. When nothing really mattered, I could always count on you. The touch will leave me breathless, so let me give it back to you. I could always count on you. I could always count on you.
What is going on, everybody? I know it is Wednesday. It's tough. I understand. The schedule for our podcast are going to be a little mixed up. So if you guys want to stay on top of that, go follow us on KC3 Takes on Instagram to know when we're going to go live. We're going to try to at least get Saturday for sure every week, but we can't guarantee it. But this Saturday for sure we will have one. Other than that, we have three people including me today, and that's Jackson and that's Jackson and John, not Sam. Sam's busy, but Jackson, how's your day going?
Going swell.
That's swell to hear. John, how's your day going?
My day has been stupendous, to use a good adjective. So yeah, get it going.
All right then. All right, so tomorrow's a big day, boys. It's like Christmas Eve all over again. The Royals finally you're playing some baseball. Also, just want to give a round of applause, guys. Somehow we made it like 15 episodes without giving you any good content. Don't know why you stuck along with us. Doesn't make any sense, but thank you. Let's get right into it. Royals home opener tomorrow. Brad Keller gets the starting job. What should we expect from him and the team and the team themselves tomorrow? Jackson, we'll start with you.
For Keller, at least 6 innings of work. No more than 3 earned runs. From the team, I would expect probably 4 to 5 runs. Probably gonna rather win or lose by.
All we heard is we're probably gonna win or lose, which I can't agree on. Jackson.
What?
You said probably win or lose what?
We're probably going to win or lose by 1.
All right, I like that. John, what do you see this team doing tomorrow? And Brad Keller.
Brad Keller, I think he can do a solid job. I mean, it is a lot of pressure for a younger pitcher like him to come out on opening day and give us a good outing. But honestly, if I could get 6 innings from him, anything under 3 or under will be fine with me. That is a pretty solid number for someone just, starting the year off. And in terms of the offensive side of things, hopefully we can put up some runs. Hopefully we can steal some bases. That I can almost assure you will happen. We have so many people that can run. So, yeah, it should be an interesting game. I don't want to put too much stake into the first game of the year, but always just a good way to see how things will be.
Well, it might be the only time the Royals have a winning record. Anyway, so I hope he can get at least 6 innings, and it's his first start. Everyone that has their first start, they won't get as much time. I mean, for pitchers, starting positions, they'll play most of the game more than likely. But I hope to see Brad Keller get a good outing. He's only 23. I mean, if he can develop into a really good pitcher, which we hopefully see happening, I could see this being really good for us, and maybe him being the opening day pitcher for a lot more years to come. But I think the Royals are going to win tomorrow. I can see this team being a lot like 2015 in hitting, not pitching. God, no. We are nowhere near close to the three-headed horse or whatever it's called.
Three-headed monster, I think.
Horse,
Three-headed horse.
Right, the Dominican Nightmare, Cueto, Ventura, and
Volquez.
Yeah, we have nowhere near close to that. We have a dude whose last name has some type of food with it, Boxburger. We have Sam's boyfriend, Kevin McCarthy.
My guy, Tim Hill. Baller.
This is factual information. I'm calling it. It's not official, but I'm going to say Kyle Zimmer.
I would be relatively upset.
I think, Frank Schwindel did get called up. He did get called up. He told the news.
Have they released the official?
No, that happens tomorrow, but he told the media that he is going to be on the roster tomorrow. He said he's already told his family members and some old high school teammates will be up there to watch him play. But it should be interesting. Some of the moves I did not like. Signing Lucas Duda to the 40-man roster. We, in our group chat, were talking about it. Let's get one from Jackson. Jackson, what do you got to say about this not 40-man roster, MLB opening day roster, and Lucas Duda making the cut? What do you have to say about that?
Well, I mean, I'm just not.
Yeah, your internet's really, really bad. That's why you guys should go check out our merch and the link down below so we can get Jackson better internet. That's what the first purchase will be going to. Jackson, you there?
Potentially, I don't know.
Potentially, we can hear you.
Okay, so now I'm blanking. What did you ask?
What were your thoughts on Duda?
Oh yeah, no, I already expressed my thoughts on Duda on Saturday.
Yeah, but he wasn't on the.
Once we
roster.
signed him, I assumed he was going to make the 40 or the 25-man roster. It just made no sense to sign him and put him in AAA. Like, I knew it was coming. Like, it's not shocking to me. I've already gotten all my frustrations out.
I think John's away at the moment right now, so my thoughts on it is we're really stupid. We already have Frank and Ryan O'Hearn, two youngins, so why even sign Duda? It's stupid.
They have to know something we don't. Like that.
What do you mean? What's that mean? Like,
there has to be something.
Like someone's hurt?
Maybe there has to be. There has to be something. Like, it doesn't make sense. We didn't even
see anything in the news saying we signed him too.
It just would literally.
I read the first time I saw that he was on our team was when he was playing in spring training. That's how I learned that he was on our team.
Yeah, I saw a Royals review tweet it, and I was like, "This is sad."
Yes, indeed it is.
What are you gonna do though?
Yeah, all right. I think John is back now. John, what are your thoughts on Duda making?
Yes, I am back, and okay. Here's my slight beef with it. Does the move make sense from the outside looking in? Absolutely not. I literally see zero. Like, I don't know if we're gonna use him as trade bait, but that seems kind of silly because, at best we'll get cash considerations or
that's
some
what we got for
very
last
low
time.
level.
That's what we got for him.
That's what we got last time.
Yeah, so I don't exactly see the potential profit out of the move. I mean, the negatives outweigh the positives of just the ability for us to develop people. Like, I feel like that has been the whole Ned Yost philosophy during rebuild years. I mean, we saw it with Escobar, I think back in 2011. Everyone hated his guts. We were sick and tired of seeing him hit 190. But, I mean, it was better than, throwing a 34-year-old Unieski Betancourt out there like we had been doing for the 2 years before that. So it doesn't make sense. It just kind of goes away with our whole philosophy of, getting people to the plate and giving them at-bats, because that's really the only way that you're going to break these young players out of their shells. So having said that, I definitely agree with Jackson. There must be some sort of reason inside the front office that we do not know about, because I I can't understand from my perspective why we would do this.
Yeah, I really hope we don't have anything going on that we don't know about, or else that's just making the season worse. I mean, unless dude is a backup catcher, which there's no way in heck this dude's catching.
Well, that dude
I don't know
can't
why
throw
we
a ball
signed
for
him.
his life. We know that
I
firsthand.
think I brought this up on Saturday. I think the only potential thing that might come out of this is it allows us to carry an extra outfielder because Doodle DH maybe, I don't know. And
Yeah, it gives
Soler
Soler the right field. Speaking of outfielders,
Well,
Brian Goodwin has been picked up by the
you
Angels,
could have DH'd O'Hearn or
but we
you
didn't
didn't
know
have
about
to-
Schwindel until today. So I mean, we can't say.
Yeah, but we've expected Schwindel to like have an opportunity to
I
play.
don't know
for a
about
long
that
time.
because
You know what?
Ned
I
kept
would
on
rather
Schwindel.
see Nick Prado walk out there right now and hit 150 than see Duda walk out there and hit 220.
Yeah, same.
It's obvious.
I mean,
and we traded
another thing. Well, yeah, go on.
traded Duda for cash considerations, and then we just re-signed him. So literally, we basically with the cash we got from Atlanta, we used that to get the same guy back. Like,
So we lost twice the money, is what you're saying.
it's so stupid. It hurts. That's why I have to say, like, Dayton is not that stupid. There's something that we don't know. Like, I don't know what it is, but there
What's
has
up?
to be
Yeah,
something.
Thank you for stopping by the
They
podcast
must
on
have
Wednesday.
literally no confidence in the rest of our younger bats, and that
Which
they
doesn't
don't
make
think
sense
that there's
because
a real
we
deal.
saw it. We saw it working in the last month or two of the season. That's
Well,
what I'm just,
obviously,
if that can
yeah.
start at the beginning of the year, this team will be fun to watch. If it takes them until June, July, this team's gonna suck to watch.
I mean,
Well, you already know the Royals in May are terrible every year,
Unless it's
regardless.
2015.
yeah, I expect a 5-win May. I'm not even like
5-win.
Our worst month last year was June, so
yeah. June
Yeah.
last year was pitiful. Oh
you
my
think
god.
I think we
5-win
got,
May
like,
is
three.
coming?
I think we got swept like 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, we had a fat losing streak somewhere in there.
We always had fat losing streaks last year. But moving on,
After the all,
two of the biggest players in the MLB got signed or had a contract extension. That was Bryce Harper going to the Phillies for 330, 13 million years, and Mike Trout 450, 12 year, right? Yeah, sounds right. Anyway, who do you see winning in a World Series first, Harper or Trout? John, we'll start with you.
Probably Harper, just because the Phillies have a better position to win right now. The Angels are still just destroyed by the absolutely atrocious Albert Pujols deal that, I mean, that pretty much put their franchise on hold for a fat 10 years. That is by far, I would honestly say, the worst deal in MLB history. I mean, nobody should be paying, I don't know what the total amount of that is, but no one should pay that much for a dude that's going to hit 240 with 20 dingers. That's like a $7 million
You're lucky if you
player
can
at
hit 20
most.
dingers this year.
I mean, he had I think 2015 was the year that we saw flashes of the old Pujols. He hit just a ton of them that year. But other than that, man, the Angels are just a mess. I can't even believe that they had the balls to go out and make another long-term giant deal because you really never
we saw
know.
that with Josh Hamilton too. Didn't pay off.
Yeah,
Pujols didn't pay off. Trout, this will pay off. Third time's a charm, and they got it right with Trout, I think.
Well, they also have just a syndrome of players coming to their team and just losing their touch. Because I mean, we talked about Hamilton, and we talked about we haven't talked about I think C.J. Wilson, who was solid for the Texas Rangers for a while, came there and just pooped the bed completely. So, the Angels are a mess.
They have a good farm system. I will give them that. They have a really good farm system.
Also, who did they hire as their coach?
Brad Austin,
Okay, I literally never heard
Tigers'
anything
old
about that.
coach.
terrible hire.
I mean, it's the Angels, not shocked.
Yeah, once
Jackson,
again,
who do you
though,
see winning a World Series first, Harper or Trout?
Well, easily Harper. He's in a better situation, and even though he has a massive contract, he's also on players right now. While Trout has a massive contract, but there's not really any good players. Trout is by far the better player. I would take Trout any day over Harper, but that's not the question here. I think Harper can hit 280 consistently, 30, and that's all they'll need out of him because they have JT Realmuto, Abdul Herrera, Aaron Nola. They've just got a really good team now. And to be honest, the National League, some of those teams are coming to their end. Like the Dodgers,
The
I don't know
Dodgers
how many
are
more
not
runs
at
they're
the
going to.
end right now.
The other thing with the Dodgers, they have cap for days, though.
Yeah,
They are
like,
always
literally,
going to
they
be able to
realize
sign
that they're
people.
if they realize that they're about to end, they're signing. You saw that with the
Okay,
Yankees. When is
okay.
opening day tomorrow?
I'm just saying, it's kind of coming to the close. You can kind of see some of these
So that's
teams.
why the Dodgers made the World Series last year. That's my question. They're coming to an end.
We went to the World Series and didn't make the playoffs the next year. So, it could happen. I'm not saying they're going to be bad this year, but I'm just saying for the next few years, like I just can, some really key guys are going to decrease or retire in the National League, like Clayton Kershaw. Like it's really going to become a new battle of the Phillies, the Braves, and those guys. Which I mean, that's a title window for Philly now.
All right, I definitely see Harper getting it first without a doubt, but
I'll make a bold prediction though.
okay.
Neither will get a ring ever.
I will second that. I will also say that
I say one of them gets a ring.
I will say that the Philadelphia Phillies and the San Diego Padres will eternally regret giving that much money to Harper
no
and Machado.
dip, Sherlock.
I don't understand the decision
They
to
could have
throw
went for
13
two really
years at
good
someone.
pitchers in Kimbrel and Keuchel, but they signed Harper. When the Phillies are already good in their batting lineup, why not add better pitching?
Okay. To be honest, I would take Harper over Keuchel in a heartbeat.
And Kimbrel?
I mean, Keuchel and Kimbrel, though?
Combined? Not, you either get him. Like
Harper, first, half of Harper is the name. Like, once they signed him, the tickets just went crazy, which is exactly what you want, Philly. You're a brand name. You're huge. Like, that's what, as bad as that is, that's part of it. They wanted to be the big. When you have superstars like that on your team, and that people aren't going to come to your team because they see, oh my God, you have Dallas Keuchel, I got to come here. They're not going to do that. But if they see Harper or Trout,
what money are they going to give them? That's my question.
I mean, they could. I mean, he's not making a crazy ton a year. It's spread out. It's so many years that he's not making a ton a year. I could easily see them getting another couple guys.
I don't know. Let's move on to college basketball since this is March Madness, the best time of the year. Duke was on the verge of losing to UCF, who Mizzou beat by 2, just putting it out there. Is this Duke team not as good as everyone is talking about? John, we'll start with you.
I will say they are as good as everyone's talking about. I mean, a lot of teams are vulnerable, but I will say UCF got absolutely screwed. Taco Fall's infamous foul when they were down 3 that ended up giving Zion an and one was a no call at best, if not a charge. Literally straight up is all possible, but the refs have to give Zion his call because he's the NCAA's golden child. And then you turn it around on the free throw, and RJ Barrett would just an obnoxious foul from the backside on a rebound. That is the most annoying thing in basketball. Refs need to add some accountability to that. If you're getting an O board for shoving someone from the back, you are just not deserving of that at all. So Duke really has no claims to that game. And yeah, that is my main claim.
So are you saying they are as good as everyone is talking about, or not as good?
I'm saying they are as good as everyone was, but they should have lost in that game. I do think they just had a giant off night, though. I still think they're the best team in the nation. Okay, yes, Josh, that's fine.
I'm here all night, guys. Just remember that. Anyway, Jackson, is Duke the team everyone's talking about? Are they good?
They're good, but I mean, I don't think they're as good as everyone's advertised.
Get that out.
It's like, to me, people are taking it kind of out of proportion. I've heard people say they're the Golden State of college basketball, which just is not true. They are not that stacked. Listen, they're definitely vulnerable to lose to teams.
Yeah, we saw that with Syracuse.
Absolutely. When your most dominant player isn't a shooter, you're always in for a big night whenever you saw it. If you can put Zion, one Taco Fall was on him, it was pretty much lockdown for UCF. Just kept them in the game. And if you can force some misses from Cam Reddish and RJ Barrett, you can keep yourself in the game. So I'd say any team with incredible length and height is able to beat them, but I still think they're the front runner. That I'm not saying that they're like this dominant powerhouse that is just one of the best of all time. I think that's a little crazy.
The thing that's
No, they're
crazy
not
to
as good as
me- Go on.
they're not as good as the Kentucky team with Anthony Davis and Terrence
And when
Jones.
they have
and
Devin
that
Booker
crew.
as their 6-man,
Yeah, I mean,
that's when
no,
you
that's
know
not-
you're good. When you have Devin Booker as the 6-man. I get he wasn't as good, but going back to Duke, RJ Barrett and Cam Reddish are top 10 prospects from their class. And when you lose Zion and lose 3 games without him, I get you're in the ACC, but when you have 2 top 10 prospects, your team should be still really, really good. When you just have
Also,
Zion,
a number 17 prospect along with that.
Trey
I think
Jones.
That's what Trey Jones is technically
Yeah.
considered.
But exactly, that just proves my point even more. Your team should be really, really, really good, even without Zion. But then when you add Zion, your team should be like not lose. When they don't have Zion, RJ Barrett and Cam Reddish don't play like top 10 picks.
No, they don't. I
And,
agree with
like,
that.
I don't know why. I don't know why why no one's talked about that yet. Like, if you put these two on a team with no one like Zion potential, which they will probably go to since they will be going to 6, 3. RJ will probably go 3rd or 4th. So, I mean, he won't go to anyone really good. Cam, who knows where he goes, but I just don't know if those two would be good in the NBA. But talking about March Madness, let's make our Sweet 16 picks. And while we're doing that, guys, please put some start, bench, or cuts in the comments below as we're getting ready to start that up after these Sweet 16 picks. But starting it off, we got the number 1 seed Gonzaga versus the number 4 seed Florida State. John, who do you see winning?
Gonzaga. People do Gonzaga dirty. I got them going to the Final Four.
Okay.
I'm not doing them dirty. I think they are deserving of a 1 seed. Florida State winning. I just think they
Florida.
kind of get lost in the sea because of teams like Virginia, Duke, and North Carolina. But you got to remember how solid they were.
When I have Florida State winning because
So hard.
oh, you're still going. You keep.
Yeah, we got a mess going on here.
Whenever I just hear Jackson cut out, I just assume that he's done. Anyway, so whenever Florida State, I was watching SportsCenter one day, and they said there's 4 teams that can stop Duke. That is North Carolina, Florida State, Virginia Tech, I want to say. No. And 2 other teams. But Florida State was one of them. Florida State can stop Duke. We can easily see that. They have big men to play on Zion. And that's why I feel like, I know this isn't against Duke, but Duke is better than Gonzaga. And when you can be someone better than Duke, I'm just trying to get to saying Florida State is a really good team, and I could see them making the Final Four.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean,
we kind of stumbled to that one, but we got it.
I was like, shoot, wait, this isn't Florida State versus Duke. Shoot. I was like, midway
I
through.
honestly, I think the winner of this game goes to the region. That's what I think.
The what?
I would agree.
The what?
I think the winner of this game between these two will beat rather Michigan or Texas Tech.
I agree. Especially if Texas Tech wins. I have no faith
Texas
in Texas
Tech wins. I can totally see that, but Michigan, no. Anyway, moving on. We got Tennessee versus Purdue. I see Purdue running over Tennessee.
Ooh.
See, I really don't, and here's my thing with that. Tennessee is, played up to the challenge and no more.
They almost blew a 25-point lead to a 10 seed.
I understand that, but I also feel like that's kind of a wake-up call that they need to really buckle down, and I think they're the better team. Just loads of experience. I'll put them through.
Before you go, Jackson, the one thing I do want to say about Tennessee, they are always in foul trouble. This team can never stay out of it. I feel like Grant Williams and Adam Schofield are always in foul trouble when it comes to the end game. They can't be in there because they always are either fouled out or have one more foul to give. Sorry, Jackson, go on.
All right. Well, my thing is I kind of think them blowing the 25-point lead could be an advantage for them because for them to be able to stay calm and be able to take over that game in overtime and win it showed a lot of courage. Because you see these teams, whenever momentum goes the wrong way, they just completely crap their pants. They don't know what to do.
Okay, say.
But Tennessee was just really listen. I underrated Purdue in this tournament for sure, but Man, I just think Tennessee is going to come out.
See, Purdue is a very physical team. Tennessee, physical. From what I've seen, they're kind of physical, but I think Purdue will win. I see this actually being a blowout, and people realizing Purdue could be something. Next up, we got Michigan versus Texas Tech, and I see not Texas Tech. I see Michigan winning. I have Michigan winning it all in one of my brackets, and I have them winning in my KC3 Takes bracket that me and Jackson did on paper. And I still think that they're gonna win.
All right.
Sorry, whoever wants to go.
Pick Texas Tech to win this game. Here's why. They are one half team. You've got to give it to them. Listen, the Texas Tech is not a great shooting team, and that's what a lot of people get turned off by. But when you can make up for it with great defense on the other side of the court, it really, really benefits you. I think the Texas Tech you've seen been the Texas Tech you saw all year. I think they've been this. I didn't like how tough Florida played Michigan. I thought Michigan kind of slacked in that game. I understand it's a survive in advance. It doesn't matter how you do it. Just get. But to me, I think Texas Tech is just a little bit better. I think they'll be able to come out with
a. All right, John.
Yep, lost them. I'm gonna go Michigan. My thing with Texas Tech, they are a giant inconsistent crap hole. They're a really good team, but my God, they have no like rhythm or sense to their madness at all. They lost to West Virginia in the Big 12 tournament. They almost lost to Kansas State without two of their best players at home earlier this year. So that would have been a mess. And we saw what Kansas State did without their best player against UC Irvine. I just think they're due for a bad game. They really just go on these weird little stints where sometimes they look ridiculously good. They beat KU by like 20-something this year. And I just don't think that they necessarily have what it takes to beat Michigan. But having said that, I definitely think we are looking at a close game. And, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be neck and neck. I still have Michigan going through. Not quite to the Final Four, however.
All right, next up for the final game on Thursday, we have Virginia versus Cinderella team in Oregon. This is when Oregon gets killed.
I have Oregon getting absolutely pummeled.
I think this is when they end their run.
Yeah, I don't really think this takes much analysis.
I think Virginia kills them.
I want to see Oregon win to see how far they can go. I mean, good for them on this run. This is good for them.
I think I said making our picks is that it would be the revenge year for Virginia, and I still feel that way.
I don't.
I absolutely do. I think it's been like the past 3 years of Virginia has just been a piss poor tournament team. I'm pretty sure that they're ready to be done with just these abysmal losses.
Kyle wants to win a national. He wants to win a
and I think that they really just peaked last year against UMBC. I mean, you can't get worse than that. Dear God.
No, you actually can't. It's physically impossible.
I mean, they're going to the Final Four. That's my prediction. I picked Tennessee on accident. That was an awful pick. But Virginia, let's not forget, I think they played Duke close to the chest, very close every time they played them. And they were co-champs in the ACC? Tri-champs with Duke and UNC. So, yeah, they're going to the Final Four, and that's final, I think.
We can talk about it on Saturday if they win this game. See who we got to go into the Final Four. Make sure to come back on Saturday at 8 for that. But coming in on Friday, we got Michigan State versus LSU. This is the worst game out of every game. I take that back. Kentucky versus Houston.
What? This game's going to be great.
I don't like any of these teams. I really don't like LSU. All I'm saying is if LSU would have lost to Mizzou, they're not here. They're not in the tournament.
That would have killed their confidence.
That would have.
They would be in the tournament.
They'd be in the tournament.
They would be in the tournament, but they would be out.
Wouldn't they? I mean,
maybe. I mean, that's a very, very hot take.
It's a hot take, but you looked at the LSU team. They are riding into Columbia so high and everything. They know they're going to win, and then they're almost down. They should have lost, and then they won. But, I mean, that's what really turned their season around. That's where they peaked, and look at where they're at now. And, I mean, congrats to them. to them. But this game, I got Michigan State winning with Cassius Winston. I think he'll go off and continue his really hot streak in March Madness.
Yeah, Michigan State's kind of scared. Bradley got to play him a little close, and they turned the ball over so much versus Minnesota. They just benefited that Minnesota played like Minnesota should have in the first round and couldn't. So, man, I think LSU is going to keep it close, but I think Michigan State.
All right, John.
Yeah, that'll make 3 of us. Michigan State. I'm gonna go ahead and predict them going through. Bottom line for me with them is that they're just kind of the better team, especially with LSU not having their regular coach nowadays. I mean, they clearly don't have. Well, they can't still be riding the spark of like winning with their little like interim coach that we see all across sports, and they haven't exactly looked great in their past 2 games. Not quite a 3 seed. Also, I just want to throw this out here. What was all this Tom Izzo like garbage that came out?
You
like,
didn't see that?
That was no. I know what it was, but it was like the most basic. If you've ever played a sport, you have to deal with that. Like, I don't know who the idiot was that tweeted like, "I can't wait for this kind of coaching to end." Like, it's like I don't understand. Like, all coaches do that.
No, go on, John. Go on.
No, I'm not gonna go on, but like you can watch the Big 12. Chris Beard does that. Bruce Weber does that. Bill Self does that. Scott Drew does that. Like you can watch anything. I've never seen Konzo do it, but I mean it's just all over the place. And all of a sudden it's one big deal when a dude kind of gets mad and they're like, "If you would have done that to me, I would have swung." Like,
Yeah,
are you kidding me right now?
If you
like,
hit a player, that's when you
competitive
put
sport
that. That's
before?
when you tweet that. If he hits a player, that's when you tweet it. When he grabs his jersey and just yells at him, he's just telling what he did wrong in a very important game. I mean,
Yeah,
do you want your coach to come tell you saying good job on doing something wrong when it's your biggest game of your life? No, you want him to tell you what to do, what you're doing wrong, so you can fix it, so you can go win the game. It was stupid. I'm glad you brought that up. But coming in the Midwest region at Sprint Center in Kansas City, SeatGeek, we're still waiting for you to email us. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. 3 tickets, any love? I mean, sorry, we got North Carolina versus Auburn. This is gonna be a good game.
I'm gonna pick North Carolina.
If Auburn comes out like how they did against Kansas and hit 3 after 3, this is a good game.
Yeah.
If Cameron Jordan and Luke Maine are hot like crazy, North Carolina is gonna easily win this. But when I say that, I see Luke Maine and Cameron Jordan and Kobe White going off because that's a more consistent team other than Auburn.
I think what it comes down to is, does Auburn come out as the team that beat Mizzou by like 40, or do they come out as the team that struggled to beat Mizzou in the SEC?
Sorry, guys, that we bring up Mizzou all the time. We just know how they play, and we use them against Mizzou.
Well, in this instance, I'm just talking about how bad Mizzou is and how they should have just throttled us, but not really caring about that anyways. I mean, like you saw it in the first round. New Mexico State gave them all they could handle, and actually they probably should have lost that game. But then they come out in the second round and shoot like 60% from 3. So it's going to matter which team comes out. And I got to tell you, North Carolina has been kind of playing around in the first half of these first. I think.
All right.
That's an obvious take. I shouldn't say it.
We'll let them go on.
You got to repeat half of what you just said.
Also, once again, buy shirts, guys. We need Jackson to get a router.
Yeah, we literally like.
When did I cut out?
You were like, North Carolina's been messing around in the.
Yeah,
right, they've just been messing around in the first half recently, so they need to.
And we lost again. See, this is what we're talking about. If you don't buy the shirts, you don't get a podcast with Jackson.
Jackson's mic is never going to get better. So
I mean, it's up to you if you really want the podcast to do well.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I'm picking North Carolina by 15.
All right, did you guys hear that one? That was John. We could hear him.
I am throwing that right out there. Roy Williams is the greatest coach of all time when he's a 1 seed. So
John,
yeah,
I was just talking about how we can hear you clear. I wasn't just saying like that was a dumb take. I was just saying, you guys like how you can hear John very good. If you want to hear Jackson very good, merchant link down below. Anyway, now we got Duke versus Virginia Tech, ACC. Holy crap! This is an ACC versus SEC. Like if that was a weekend, this is what this is. Like with the Big 12 and SEC, this is what. Yeah, I don't know if you understood that, but no, we got Duke versus Virginia Tech. I see Duke winning this one since Duke's already played them twice already. I see Duke winning.
Yeah, Duke to the Final Four.
Agreed.
Good. Let's move on. We got Kentucky versus Houston, which I just don't like this game one bit.
I love this game.
I am relatively intrigued by this, but I feel like it's either going to be Houston by like a narrow margin or Kentucky by a freaking landslide. And I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't watched enough Houston. I watched their game against UCF.
I know they lost to UCF,
and that was
we beat
game.
UCF. So
is there a 3 seed because they just got donged? So, but I will pick Kentucky.
I see Kentucky, especially if PJ Washington plays. He's not wearing a boot anymore, so that's really big news for Kentucky.
I'm rolling with Houston.
Jesus Christ.
I picked them to go to the Elite Eight.
All right, I think that's all he's got to say. So, we're going to do some start bench or cuts. So, welcome to our annual SBC. If you guys have any SBCs you would like us to use, please let us know because kind of need them. So, we're going to do this to start it off. SBC. I'm pretty sure we already did this one. Have we done Damian, Westbrook, and Irving?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, okay, fine. We can find some other
No,
ones.
we definitely have because you guys were like, Kyrie Irving's definitely better than Westbrook.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, he is.
Well, here's a. I don't know if you guys really know this. Nah, you guys don't know that stuff. It's old games, old PS2 and Xbox.
Well, throw it out there.
Xbox
Let's see it.
All right, fine. You guys might have heard of these games, you might have not. But you got NBA Live 06, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and Street V3 on the PlayStation 2.
Okay, I've played 2 of them. The third one I've not heard.
I've never heard of Street. So,
But I will start Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yes.
Played the crap out of that game, man. So that is my go-to right there.
All right. Really don't know. I kind of found a good one. Kind of not, but kind of good. So this one's going to be a start, bench, cut, or trade. No, and trade, not or trade. Start, bench, cut, trade. Lonzo Ball, D'Angelo Russell, Trae Young, and Mike Conley. Don't think about the money. The money does not matter in this case if you're trading Mike Conley just to get more money.
So it's start, bench, cut, trade.
Yes. I'm starting from his recent games. I'm starting Trae Young.
What? Who are the four?
Trae Young, D'Angelo Russell, Lonzo Ball, and Mike Conley.
Okay.
I'm starting
And
Young.
money is not a factor.
Money is not a part.
Money
does not
in the
matter.
window.
Exactly.
I will start D'Angelo Russell because he has been icy recently.
All right.
Mhm.
Jackson, who you starting?
Agreed.
All right. I'm going to bench D'Angelo Russell. I really do think he's going off. But I think Trae Young has just been hotter. Also, the trade comes before the cut, so the cut is the worst player. The trade is the third best player. If that helps out. So I will be trading Lonzo, so that means I'll be cutting Conley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. So I mean, probably doesn't have that much value, but neither does Mike Conley nowadays. So
Lonzo has a little bit of value. Speaking of Lonzo Ball, after Jackson's done, we're talking about that. I said, speaking of Lonzo Ball and Big Baller Brand, we got to talk about that.
yeah, that's an important subject. We might want to. Well, Jackson, tell us your decision, and then we'll hop on that.
All right. So I'm gonna bench. Is that where we're at? Or are we at trade?
We're at trade.
I'm gonna trade De'Aaron Fox. I think you can get
De'Aaron
so
Fox
much.
is not enough.
De'Aaron Fox is not a part of this.
I think.
All right,
Nope.
we're just going to Big Baller Brand. All right, guys. In recent days, we've had some news come up about Lonzo Ball pretty much was stolen of $1.5 million from Big Baller Brand himself, Alan, whatever his last name is, from Baller in the Family, good family friends, ex-good family friends with the Balls. Alan was a big part of the Big Baller Brand, and right now the Big Baller Brand is in huge jeopardy. Lonzo Ball has even covered up his tattoo of Big Baller Brand and even posted something about Nike. People are saying Lonzo will now sign with Nike. So 2 questions to this. Is this a good thing that... 3 questions. Are you shocked that LeVar Ball has not came out and said anything? Jackson, we'll start with you.
Not entirely. His son's behind is kind of on the line, and they're about one idiotic comment away from Lonzo getting kicked to the. I'm not really shocked. But
That's all I've
man, I don't know. I hope this benefits Lonzo. I hope the business aspect of his life just goes away and he just focuses on hooping.
Yeah, Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo deserve good because they train well. I mean, LeVar just kind of ruined it a little bit. But John, are you surprised LeVar has not said anything?
Am I surprised LeVar has not said anything about Big Baller Brand?
Yes.
No. Am I surprised LeVar just hasn't said anything in general? Yes, because it seems like this guy's resurfaced all of a sudden, and I have to keep listening to his crap again. And I like the little period of time where he was out of the public eye because I hate him so much.
He was out of the public eye for like a year.
Yeah, and now he was on what's the show? Undisputed. He's like, big ball of water. It's got all the vitamins or whatever. It's like, dude, it's water. Like, are you really thinking someone's gonna pay $20 for a bottle of water? Like, this isn't Disney World.
Guys, if we get 100 likes on this video, John will buy a bottle. Well, we'll buy a bottle and John's gonna test it.
I will drink it. I will pour it down my drain. No, I won't. Because I'm not gonna waste water. But
literally defeats the case of them. Okay, you know what? You try.
But
African kids need it, you selfish prick.
Okay, we've broke the swear barrier. There we go.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't. No, John, we have not. John, no. No.
That's not a great one. But anyway, I will also say that Lonzo is, I agree with Jackson, one idiotic comment away from being traded to the cold depths of New Orleans, where
Jackson,
they have brutal winters and moderate summers.
LeVar needed to say one more thing, or Lonzo needed to say one more thing?
I think just in general.
Either.
Oh, okay.
But never forget the time LeVar
that
said
deep in water yet.
Never forget the time LeVar said he didn't want Lonzo to go to New Orleans because they like it warm. What?
All right. Second question. Should Nike sign Lonzo Ball? Nike is a big company. Do you think he's really worth that? Or do you think Nike's using this kind of like a Colin Kaepernick campaign? It would just get their name out there even more. And
I was going to bring that up.
It's a risk they might want to take again because it paid off well the first time. Do you think this is just a publicity stunt, or do you think Nike actually wants Lonzo to be part of this team? John, we'll start with you.
Is it a publicity stunt? Yes, it is a freaking publicity stunt. The only reason that we know like Lonzo Ball's name all that well is because LeVar and Big Baller Brand. It doesn't even make sense. Think about the people from that draft class that have not performed well. Like Markelle Fultz. Do we even hear about him anymore? No, Lonzo would just be the number 2 overall pick that's putting up very subpar numbers. So,
but the first 2 picks are hurt right now. They're both out for the season.
Lonzo has not showed me anything in these first 2 years. He did all right. Oh my
God, this dude's defense is crazy. Season. I will stand by that.
Josh, I don't want to hear that. Lonzo Ball's name is only a household name because of the fact that LeVar just starts crap storms. Well, used to start crap storms once a week. It doesn't make sense. I can't believe that we've gotten to the point. You're not a big
baller. That's all I'm saying.
It's a joke, and he would not be
afford the
him
shoes.
Signing with Nike would not be a remotely big deal if not for LeVar.
Jackson, do you think this is a stunt, or does Nike actually want?
100% a stunt. And listen, if you're saying would it be too risky for them, I don't think so. I mean, if you're going to sign Colin Kaepernick, probably the most controversial athlete in the last, I don't see what's the problem with signing Lonzo Ball. I mean, Nike has shining of Kaepernick that they are not afraid of controversy, so I think they would do it.
Yeah, I think I think this is a stunt. I mean, Lonzo posting stuff on his Instagram and removing the tattoo, it shows that this company's almost to an end. So it should be interesting to see where this goes. But I hope it works out for both. Like, I hope Lonzo gets a good contract with Nike because I want Lonzo to do good. I never want to wish a player bad.
Here's my thing, though. Lonzo really just needed to grow the balls to tell LeVar, shut up. Like, shut up. That's how I feel about
shut
it.
Up. Like, shut up.
I have other words for it, but
all right. Let's go back to start, bench, or cut. I got a good one. This is not sports related. Start, bench, or cut.
These are the best ones.
Xbox 360, PS3, or the Wii U.
Well,
Wii U can piss.
Did you say
No, it's PS3.
Ow.
Oh.
And Xbox 360.
Okay.
I'm
going
starting
to
the
start
Xbox.
the Xbox 360.
Yes.
Too many good memories on that.
I'm gonna start PS3, but to be honest, like, okay, arguing about Xbox and PlayStation, like, I only say PlayStation because, like, I'm a fan of PlayStation. Like,
The way you
that's
said
what I play,
that,
but
you
to
were
be
really
entirely
scared to
honest,
say
like,
that.
I would be, well, no, okay, well, anyway, I'm completely, like, it's such a dumb argument. Like, if I had an Xbox, I would be completely fine with it. They're, like, virtually the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even care. Wii U can get cut, though. That's all I need to say.
I would actually
I'm
bench
benching
Wii U
the
and
Wii.
cut. Yeah.
And cutting the PS3.
This is a tough one because I never had a PS3.
Yeah, same.
So
Did you
But
have a
I've
Wii
had-
U?
Yeah, I had a Wii.
yes.
A Wii U.
Wait, no, sorry. This is just a regular Wii.
Oh, a regular Wii, then Xbox is getting cut for me. Okay.
Whoa.
There we go.
Whoa.
I don't know. The Xbox 360 was kind of fire.
NCAA
But it's the same
football?
thing as the PS. That was on PS4 too,
No, it's on the PS3.
We're
Nice
talking
try.
or
Not
PS3.
PS3, not 4. If we're talking about PS4, that's a difference.
Yeah, but we're talking about the old days. KC
Okay,
King.
okay.
All right. Don't know what that means. Hey, KC King and Birdie. Been seeing you guys been
Buy
saying,
merch.
Buy merch, bro. I've been seeing you guys been saying you are. Not calling you out or anything. Just saying we will shout you guys out for sure on the podcast. Even on Sam's.
Pick up your mom's credit card and buy some merch.
You don't have to do that. You need to ask first. Don't listen to John.
No, absolutely not. I'll do whatever it takes to get this router.
Yeah.
Even though it's not even mine.
Yeah, we are trying to get Jackson good internet so he can talk. But yeah, let's. Have you guys played all the NBA 2Ks?
Of course. Actually, I started playing at 2K11.
Okay, well that's fine. Start, bench, or cut. 2K18, 2K17, and 2K16.
Okay. This is easy.
2K17's getting started.
Ooh.
18's getting cut.
Yeah, 18's getting cut.
18?
16 can walk right
I'm
over
saying
the bench.
16's getting cut. I'm
Are
starting.
you serious? 2K18 is the worst
No,
NBA 2K game ever created.
I
No.
said 16's
15.
getting cut.
15. No.
15.
There's an
okay. 15 was crap, but it was the most fun by far. Tell
Was,
me.
when was
Literally
15
going
when?
onto the park and watching people dribble stupid crossovers back and forth and shoot 30-foot
Okay,
threes
hold
with
on.
green light.
I
was
have
the best
actually
game
have an
ever.
argument. I think 2K18 might be the worst they've ever
It
put
is the
out.
worst. I don't want to have to walk 10 minutes to get to the park. There's a reason that I play video
Yeah.
so I can
And
just
then
sit
it's
on
like
my couch, hit
the
one
fact-
button,
Right.
and bam, I'm on the cross.
The
of
fact that you can't skip scenes or stupid stuff like that.
Oh my god! And Be Fresh, that chick.
Yo,
What
DJ.
were- Yo,
You want to go hoop?
Kobe's the greatest player of all time, man. He's
Yeah,
coming out of
no,
retirement.
that is absolutely redonkulous. That team, my player was the worst my player there was.
Yeah, I'm
Also,
cutting
that dude
16
like
still.
Boo Boo that you walk to at like the games, and he's a weirdo security guard. That dude was
Yeah.
Oh, the
stoned.
butler.
Yeah.
No, the security guard.
Brief.
At the
Be
game,
fresh
and
is
you
lit.
walk
Said
up.
KC King.
Shammy
say?
Wells, straight trash.
Oh, Shammy, bro.
Bro, Shammy
Hey,
Wells.
my
was the
favorite
worst thing.
2K ever, 2K13. I thought that was the best.
Okay, I'm gonna go 2K15.
Listen, my player was so much fun in 13 because you got like interviewed and stuff, and
You still
like
get
I don't know, it was not really like it's. I haven't played 2K19.
Once, honestly, 14 might be it for me. If y'all played 14 on the PS4, the only beef with 14 is that you could not sim games your rookie year. That was dumb. But I like the whole Jackson Ellis like rival thing,
I like
and you
that,
could like
but at
try
the
and
same
team up
time-
with LeBron, and that would like change the story. So
I like when they give you rivals, but like Jack said, you need to skip stuff. Like it's just not. It's not gonna work out if you can't skip. I kind of wish also that it was like you do this and you go the other way. You say this and it goes the other way. But you always come. Everyone has the same exact story, which I don't.
Which
like.
game had 2K16 had the worst story though?
Was that the one when the friend died?
Was god awful. Yeah, the dude wrecks his car at the end. That was dumb.
I'm sorry for laughing, but
Not even kidding. I played 2K11 on like straight up.
no clue what you said.
Okay.
But sounds good.
Played
Just-
2K11 on the Wii.
Just flexing.
Sorry.
My God. All right, I got one. Let's go. New one. It's kind of the super utility edition.
What?
Whit Merrifield, Ben Zobrist, Adalberto Mondesi.
Starting Mondi.
Really?
I haven't enough. But
John,
you're kind.
you say who you're starting. We can't hear Jackson.
We could hear Jackson until you took over him.
I can't hear him.
Okay, well,
Can you hear me now?
Hey, my name's Paul. I'm a Sprint.
My name's Paul.
and I used to ask, can you hear me with Verizon? But not anymore with Sprint. I don't care.
All right.
Yes, we can hear
I'm
you
just
now.
saying. I'm starting Zobrist because he came in clutch when it mattered.
Yeah, I'm
like,
absolutely starting
what
Zobrist.
Zobrist are we using?
Well, the one in Kansas City.
The one in Kansas
2015
City?
baller.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I would start Zobrist. You gotta say like what we're starting, or like what?
Okay, that is true. I was just, since they
Because I
were
was
all
like
Royals
Zobrist right
people.
now. I'm not hearing anything from him, but in 15, yeah, this dude was huge.
Also, I
We
do want to
wouldn't
say,
have
bad take by me. When we got Zobrist, I was like Team Christian Cologne at the time because he was hitting like 275 up to that point in the year. Thank God we got Zobrist. But shout out to Christian Cologne, 2 of the biggest hits in Royals history. Just saying.
That is
Because
facts.
I would even say that the wild card hit was a bigger hit than the World Series one, just because I don't think we would have been in the World Series had we not pulled through that wild card game.
Really? It's not like you have to win the wild card game to go to the
No,
World
but I don't think we
Series.
would have made
No,
the
you
2015. That would have been the
Nimrod.
end.
I know.
That would have been the end of like the Royals like swagger that we had. Like we would have lost that wild card game. Maybe we would have made the playoffs in 2015. I don't know, but I doubt we would have been in that position that we would have been in.
Yeah, because we
I think that
wouldn't
just
have
changed
fire
like the
lit
whole
under our
attitude
butt.
of the team.
Big facts.
All right. Well, guys, we're about to go on to an hour. Let's get ready for Saturday. Everyone, I hope to see at least some type of merch bought from you guys, because just
Yeah,
remember,
every single person from Kansas City. Tell your friends, tell your wife, tell everyone.
John, no
Tell your-
husband watches our podcast.
tell your
Hate to break it to you,
pastor.
probably.
Tell.
Bet.
Yeah, shout out to all the husbands. There's
That
got to be one
watch
of them out there.
KC3 Takes. Okay.
Uh,
Anyway, go follow Jackson at Royals.Kingdom. Go follow John. Wait, he doesn't want any of you guys on there.
Absolutely not. I don't
hey,
have
we
social.
still have. We have to hit. What was I gonna say? We still have to hit an hour. We can't just stop now.
Yeah, we can't hop
We're
out.
not. I
so-
don't know what we're gonna talk about. Okay, like.
Oh, I know well.
Okay, yeah, I have some. LeBron's doctor said LeBron should have been out 6 months, but the dude was only out for 6 weeks. Do you think the doctor's just saying that just to get her name out there, or do you think LeBron
That's just a LeBron cover up. Don't at me. He was fine.
At
at John
6
Elway?
months for a pulled groin? Are you kidding me? Get out of here with that.
maybe it was more than
Yeah,
that.
she was literally saying it was worse than that.
Okay, well, maybe, but props to LeBron for not being a Kawhi Leonard antisocial, talkative weirdo that literally hid from Greg Popovich in a building. I hate him so much.
You're not even a Spurs fan.
I'm not a Spurs fan, but Kawhi Leonard grinds my gears.
Kawhi Leonard the Spurs team doctors lied to Kawhi Leonard about his health and said that he could play. And he didn't feel like so he went.
All right.
Okay, but here's the thing with Kawhi Leonard. That dude, when he got the free agency, handled it like an 8-year-old. Like, there's a story that he was literally like moving through rooms and floors of a building so that he wouldn't have to talk to Greg Popovich. Like, are you kidding me? Grow some balls. Like, I just don't understand. You are he's like 28, 29, something like that. Like, take charge of your own life. I don't care what your stupid uncle says. I don't care what your entourage says. Make a decision. Like, I just don't understand.
Jace. All right.
That's big facts.
I think LeBron, it's LeBron. Of course he's going to play, but it's like, did he need
Also,
to?
anybody that thought that he shouldn't have gotten booed is ridiculous. I would have booed the crap out of him.
What? What did
Kawhi
you just
Leonard,
say?
when he came back to San Antonio.
That was, what?
Oh, okay.
How much is the merch? Been thinking about getting one. Well, I mean, it depends on if
He
you're getting
did the whole city dirty.
It depends on if you're getting a sticker.
If he comes to the
t-shirt.
Clippers, I will.
John, we're
deal
trying to
with
sell some merch here. If you want to get Jackson a good router, shut up. Anyway, classic pullover hoodie, $30. It's a nice hoodie. We're not giving you some cheap crap. Sticker, which I got. It's pretty fire, I think. It's nice. Classic tee, $18. Long sleeve-ish, $20. I know there's a lot in the premium pullover hoodie, which is really nice. Like, I actually really want to buy it. Probably will come next winter. It's $40, so maybe you guys can ask that for Christmas or something. But it's just something to look at, guys. It will. It's nice merch. Like I said, we won't give you anything crap, but like I said, it helps us out like crazy. Just anything helps. It all goes back to this podcast. We're not taking any money yet.
No, we've done this all without any money.
Yeah.
No, shockingly enough, we can pick up Discord and stream it onto YouTube.
But sometimes we get really bad connection with Jackson. But
I don't even understand that. I'm right next to my router. Like,
as you said that, you had bad connection.
The router.
well, you heard me.
Well, I kind of was putting two together.
All right.
Anyway, why does
I
this
think there's something we're not talking about.
We have 3 minutes. Like, I think the people...
We can talk about how Jonte Porter probably...
We already talked about it.
Of a doctor.
I think we talked about that on Saturday.
That's true.
We can talk about Jordy Nelson retiring. Thoughts?
I don't care.
Probably had
Did
some
you
sort
want
of
the Chiefs to sign him?
No.
Yes. I wanted him to take Conley's spot.
Could have been. Would you be upset if the Chiefs took a wide receiver in the first?
Yes.
No.
See, I'm full team take a wide out, like 100%. Listen,
we need
defense
in our first pick.
Okay, I didn't say the first round. I said in the first 3 rounds.
Oh, see,
listen,
I just heard first.
Listen how. Honestly, if there's a good receiver at 30, I'd be
like DK Metcalf, I will take him if we can have him.
Okay, if he falls to 30, you'd be an idiotic person not to take him.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
I'm just saying, you have Hill, who still could, you don't know what's going to happen there. And even if he gets out of Watkins, who can only play about half the games every season. And then once those two are gone, you're down to Demarcus Robinson as your number 1 receiver. That hurts. Kelsey's going to be 30 in October.
I mean, I don't think he's getting cut.
Oh. I mean, I don't know. But if you were the Chiefs, you'd be smart to play. You'd go through this offseason pretending like he's going to get cut just in case. I mean, you kind of have to, because like we saw what happened with Kareem Hunt within the span of like 5 hours. We went from like having the best running game in football to there goes Kareem Hunt. So like, I don't know. I think for sure we need defense in this draft, and I'm 100% on board with that. But like, if there's an explosive offensive player that can help us that we see on the board, I'd full on for taking him. Listen, I mean, if
100%.
because the offense, listen, as much as people don't want to admit this, and people are going to call me idiotic, losing Demetrius Harris and Chris Conley does have an impact. Like, you don't understand how much losing guys like that really does have an impact. When it really, they weren't anything special, but they were just an extra threat. Like it.
No, exactly. That is the thing that like made it so good. That's why Demetrius Harris had a good year because
it's because you
once
don't
they
know
had
who
to cover all of
cover.
our people. Here's Mr. Stonehands running down the side of the field. Oh, it was a delay game. I don't care. Suck it, Denver. Boom. 20-yard game.
Boom. All right,
Boom.
guys, we finally hit an hour. So boom to that.
Also, I want to say, quick little question. I think this is on Sam's Instagram. Would you be opposed if we signed Des Bryant?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Are you kidding me, Josh?
That locker room, I feel like
that might be a problem.
the locker room. We have a
Okay, but
very
listen.
clean locker room right now.
My
Let's
thing.
keep it
I
that
feel like
way.
he would. We
My
have a clean
thing.
locker room. We have Tyreek Hill still.
What has
My
Tyreek Hill
thing.
done on the team?
You don't know that. They don't leak that stuff
Just
out.
listen. If he comes on the team and complains about like targets and stuff, you'd have to cut him. If he comes on and says anything, like he has, for me to let him come
He's
here
on thin
and
ice.
he has to shut up and play. And I hate to say it like that.
No, and he would have
can't-
to put his head down and go ring chase because that's what
He
you
can't
do.
say
if you
any.
come to
He
Kansas
can't
City
say
as a
any
wide receiver.
ludicrous things like he would have in Dallas. He can't be like, "Oh, Mahomes should have gotten me the ball." No, get out of here. You know, we would cut you immediately. You know, there's a reason he doesn't have a team because, and I
Exactly.
don't think it's because of his physical talent. I still think he could be a good receiver. I agree with Josh a little bit. He is just terrible locker room
He's a
presence.
disease in the locker room. But, guys, speaking of Sam, go follow my Chiefs Chaos. Go follow us at KC3 Takes. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to go check out the merch, guys. Share it to your friends. Literally just share it to anyone, guys. Anything is appreciated. If you guys really enjoy this, please let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the podcast. If you guys have any questions, make sure to ask me, Sam, or Jackson on our accounts. Jackson is, once again, at Royals.Kingdom. So we'll check. God dang it. We'll see you guys on Saturday. Peace.